Hey Stampers, Gaynor again. Well, I had a go at the trifold shutter card that came in the magazine. This one. OMG. The papers they sent for the card bases, disastrous. Look, they crumbled, they split. I had to readjust the score lines. Everything was in centimetres and I just don't do centimetres. So I did everything she said in there, but I ended up having to adjust this line for some reason because it overlapped if I kept it at the other line, or it didn't fit. Yeah, look, it went over, see? So I had to readjust. So according to this now, if I pull this out, right, I need to score at 2, 4 1/4, 8 and 9 7/8. So fingers crossed. I haven't done it yet on a card base, so we're going to do it together. So let's cut it together. I'm using Highland Heather. It does match these papers. I think the yellow and the Highland Heather does go pretty well with this. It looks quite nice. And you've got the spots on that side. You've got butterflies on that one. You've got those and those. Yes, so we're going to decorate with their papers and their stickers. But fingers crossed we can get it to... I'd done that bit on the front. I could not work it out for the back, so I just ended up putting a piece in. And just having a little gap there, but I sussed it then for the front. Ooh, so it's a bit scary. I've done trifold shutter cards before, and most of them have been done in centimetres, believe it or not. So let's get crack-a-lacking. We're going to cut this down to 11 5/8, and I'm only going by the measurements on that. Oh, and by the way, they sent 6x6 designer series paper. In fact, actually, it was 5 5/8 by 5 5/8 designer series paper, and their card was cut to 7 inches. There's no way it would have. There's no way on this planet it would have decorated the cards they had in the kit. So, bit of a wrong move there, I'm afraid, on their behalf, not mine. So, and we're going to cut this down to 6 because their papers are 6, well, near enough 6x6. So I'm going to save that for something else. What we're going to do is we're going to take this in at 1.5, and we are going to cut, let me just make sure I'm in focus, at 2. The only thing is, this moves, this track does, when you pull it up and down. And we're going to cut this all the way down to 9 7/8. We're going to take it out, turn it around, put it back in at 1.5. I am going to push up that track. So it's 9 7/8 down here. Look, see it, 9 7/8. And we're going to cut this all the way back up to 2. Fingers crossed that's level. Look, see, it's out. How does that happen? Let me put that in. That's at 2. Oh my gosh, so I'm going to put this in at 4.5, and I'm going to have to level it up. See, I've gone offline now, I hate that, and it's not quite far enough there. Oh, do you know what, a disastrous. I should take the blade back up and start where I left off. So let me just measure that. See it, a disaster already. Let me just pop that to one side. So that is in, that one's right, that one's over, so as long as we score on the 2. That one's right and that one's slightly over, so we'll rectify that now. Move the blade out of the way because we don't want that. And what we want to do on the 2-inch score line, see, they're both over. We want to score down to the cut line and up to the cut line. And then at 4 1/4, according to my measurements anyway, we're going to score all the way through. Then we're going to take this to 8. I'm going to score this all the way through, and then 9 7/8 we're going to cut. That one's not quite far enough, up to the score line and from the score line. I'm just going to get my little scissors. That one's perfect, that one's not. Instead of trying to cut it again on the trimmer, I am just going to nick that up to the score line. It's my fault. Because I do it on the Stampin' Up trimmer, this track, if you notice, it moves up and down. Watch. And by a fraction, or you can put your card right out. So, right, let's fold this now. Let's see if we've got it right. Knowing my luck, no. So, I'm just going to pull this out again. This is the start of the card. So, I'm going to hold it right against the 0 there. So, it's at 2 inches, 4 1/4, 8 and 9 7/8. Fingers crossed, we've just done that right. So this is, that's the other way round. So that's the 2 inch. What you need to do is, these are mountain, valley, mountain, valley. So mountain, valley. So this is a mountain as well. That's a valley. They're mountains. What I found to do was easier to just pull these over, line them up, push them ones in, and press it. See, it's not doing it. It's just not having it. Look how disastrous is that. But it's the same on there. I'm just going to have to stick. Look, it's gone over too far. There's that piece of card ruined. Oh, do you know how I adjusted the other one? Oh, I hate this. Makes me feel a bit pukey. I'm going to go and do it in here. And I'm going to do it at 4 1/8. If I can salvage this piece of card, then I don't mind the extra score line in there. I don't know why it is. It is so awkward for me. So, mounting that one. Just trying to push out the extra score line. And crease. But then we got to fold these backwards on the new score line. See, I do not work well with centimetres. I love maths, I love inches, I love feet and all that lot, but I do not do centimetres. I'm pushing them back. Right, let's see if it works now. Oh my gosh, this is so disastrous. It does not want to go, girls. So I'm just going to push. No, it has wrecked my cardstock. So that piece of paper there is telling porkies as well. No, I can't do it. Bye. Hey Stampers, it's Gaynor again. I'm coming back with that tri-fold shutter card I showed you in the magazine. They sent the papers and everything. Thing is, they sent these cards and they were like 7 inches. Really too big. This one is 11 and just in between the 11 3/4 and 11 and says 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Well, it's supposed to be, if I put that right up there, 11 3/4, but their score lines were all in centimetres and I got so confused. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just go back to one of my old tri-fold shutter cards and I'm going to show you what to do there. So I'm going to put this in at 1 1/2 and I'm going to cut from 1 3/4. Oh, let me just get my screen up. There we go. 1 3/4 down to 8 3/4. Take it out, turn it round, put it back in at 1 3/4, and we're going to again cut at 1 3/4 down to 8 3/4. There's your slip lines. Then we're going to pop this in. We're going to get rid of the blade. We're going to pop this in at 1 3/4, and we're going to score to the cut line and up to this cut line. We're going to take over to 3 1/2, and we're going to score this all the way through. We're going to take this then over to the 7 inches, and we're going to score this all the way through again and to the 8 3/4 up to the score lines. So more or less perfect, that one. Let's fingers crossed it folds okay. Now mind that. This is American cardstock. This was 8 1/2 by 11. My gorgeous friend Cinders sent it to me. Look at that, it looks right off there. And it's supposed to be at 6 inches. Oh my gosh, let's have a look. Let me just check. This is 6 inches. It's off a little touch at the bottom here. A tiny little touch. So I'm just better just get rid of that fraction there. Oh my gosh, that was right out in one corner. It's this trimmer. It doesn't like me at all. That's why I bought a new one. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to mountain, valley, mountain. Mountain, valley, mountain, I think. I find it better if I start here and valley them and mountain that, that's it. And then mountain that, valley them, push them back. So it all folds over just like that. Just going to give that a little score because it could have been that my card wasn't cut perfectly, but that's as near as damn it as what I'm going to get it. Oh, me and them bloody cut lines. So there's the trifold bit. Now we're going to sit and work the measurements out for the cardstock. So I'm using the ones that came in the magazine. Beautiful, beautiful papers. Why is that not lining up now? It's perfect down there. It just seems to be off. And mind you, it could be because I haven't cut it all the way through properly. No, I have. I have, it's fine. It's just, it's because the paper was off a little bit. It's my fault for cutting it wrong. And look, it seems to want to overlap there. It wants to overlap there and it shouldn't. Gaynor's made a boo-boo. Look, they give me centimetres. I just went, I can't do centimetres. So it will fold together. It will be 3 1/2 by 6. Still a good size. They sent theirs was 7 for some reason. And I was thinking, how am I going to get 6 by 6 designer series paper to work on a 7-inch piece of cardstock? So, oh well, never mind. So I trimmed it down a little bit. So we need this to be trimmed down. I'm going to use my guillotine, I know it's right, to 5 3/4. And that gap is now 1 and it should be back there, shouldn't it? So it's 3.5, so I'm going to take this down to 3.25. I'm going to cut that first at 5 3/4. I want my butterflies the right way. That's better, to 3.25. And then what we're going to do, we're going to have that on there, and then we're going to do some trimming, and then some more trimming. Oh, here goes. But I need another piece that size as well. So I want another piece that would fit there. So I need 2. So I'm going to use this contrasting card. Unless that is wide enough. No, it's not. Definitely not. So making sure the butterflies go the right way. 5 3/4 by 3.25. We'll cut the other pieces as and when we want them in a minute. Oh, I got a bad back for stooping. So, this is all playing by ear now. This should come back there really. But I'm not going to start messing now. So we want that there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open that section out. We know that fits beautifully. So I'm going to grab a pencil. So I want about the same gap there. And I also want, so I'm going to do that to there. And I want it to come just past that line, about the same distance there and there. I want it to come to about there. So where do I put my pencil mark? So that's about there. I'm going to chop that bit off. Whoops, don't slip now, Gaynor. But then we're also going to come in here. And I want to chop that bit off as well. Down to there. Whoops, line that up a bit better, that's it. So I need to take that much off, because we're not adding paper here, but the paper is going to go like that. So I need to do that here, making sure I've got a good distance. And I want to come down to about there. Let's just, we can cut away and rub away these pencil marks in a moment. So I've got the distance. And I'm going to come down to about there, just for the distance. So really, that is going to frame there, and those pieces are going to be gone. So I'm just going to grab my scissors, and I'm just going to, and I'm going to remove the pencil line, just a fraction over, just to save me cutting it out. And this one. I will remove that. I've got a pen eraser here. Now that should fit there beautifully. Yay! Do you know, the first time I tried it. Oh, look at that. What about that even? That is so cute. No, let's stick with those beautiful butterflies. Oh, my back is killing today, girls. I call it the stoop ache, because when I'm stooping over my chair, hunched over, oh, in between my shoulder blades starts to kill big time. And it doesn't help that I'm slumped in my chair and I'm not holding my posture right. So sit comfortable, ladies. Your posture is everything. So there's that piece. Isn't that cute? And we're going to do the same on this piece. Ba-ding. So you have the contrasting spots. Now we're going to have spots in the centre all being well. Yeah, that piece is going to fit lovely. So there is going upside down. Again, we're just going to mark. Or you could just basically put that on there and cut around it. Should be fine. Let's do that. In fact, let's do it from behind. Should be perfect then. And then that corner from there. I'll be cutting from behind. We're going to glue that down now so you won't see that. So I'm going to stay on the line this time. Perfect. Fingers crossed. Now let's see. Butterflies going the right way. Butterflies going the right way. Ooh, it's not too bad at all, that. It's better than nothing for a first attempt at doing the papers like this. It's different when we're doing that one like that. I know how to do that one easy peasy, but this one, it's a little bit trickier. We'll get there though, girls, in the end. So, try and keep a nice balance all the way around. I don't mind the border, because that looks really cute. So this piece, it's not quite wide enough. Let's have a look what we've got here. No, they're the same. So I tell you what, let me just put my pin in there. Let me get rid of those little bits. I don't want to get rid of them totally. Just stick them to one side. Oh, coffee. Oh, it's freezing again. So at the other magazine, I had these free papers. So let's have a look if anything in here will go with. Oh, I love that. But we've got pattern. We need some contrasting, something to contrast like the spots or something plain. I love them stripes. What about that? What do you reckon to that? What do you reckon? Let's have a look. We've got a few more to go through here. No, not really. Maybe that could work. I don't know. I'm loving these spots. Do we mind if we've got a big border? Or let's have a look what else there is there before we close it up. Beautiful papers. What about a bit of stripe? No, I love this. So unless we're willing to have a slightly bigger border, because these papers do match. So let's just keep that nice and straight. I don't want to come in that far. I'm going to go over that way a bit. I'm just going to keep that paper in between there. Trim that bit off. Oh, my scissors are stuck. Let's start cutting it from that side. I've got to get rid of that pencil mark there. back. Yeah, the papers they sent were like 5 7/8 by 5 7/8, and the card itself was 7 inches long, which I thought was a little bit too big of a gap. Let me just pull that down a little bit. Try and keep that quite even. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have, oh look at this beautiful paper. We're going to have our butterflies. Doesn't matter which way they're going, as long as they fit in there. So let's measure the gap. So that's 1.5. Sorry, that's 3.5. Sorry, so 3 1/4 by 1 1/4. Let's have 2 of those. So 3 1/4 by 1 1/4. And let's fingers crossed that's 1 1/4. No, it's just a fraction off. Look at that. And that's not long enough. Oh, don't do that to me now. We just have to have it slightly. Right, let's trim them both the same size. Oh, blimey, girls. They're not generous with the papers. This is just an extra little project, isn't it? So we can add those on there. They've got a thing in these magazines of switching up the card stock and mix and matching the designer series paper, and that really doesn't float my boat. But I'm just following the magazine basically. Loving the colour of this cardstock. It shows you one of the cards where they just fill all these little gaps with paper, so we could actually do that. So what's that gap? They are 1 3/4, 1 7/8 that is. So if you do 1 3/4 by 1 1/4, and get 4 of them. Oops, flipping it. 1 3/4 by 1 1/4. Let's just check. That looks, oh gosh, doesn't look very good to me. Ah, that's why, because that is 1 3/4. So if we do that to 1 1/2, let's cut that down to 1 1/2. 1 1/4. And we've got 4 pieces there, so we're just winging it now, girls, just winging it. So we could add spots that side. Oh, my back is killing. Spots that side just to match that. And then we could turn it round and have the butterflies that way. Beautiful. So we've got designer series paper now on all our bits, because you want to see the one in the magazine. I'll show you now when I lift it up. Where's the magazine gone? Oops. What have I done with the magazine? There it is. So they've got that one, they didn't put no bits on, and they cut those full pieces out. Then they've got that one, again, no pieces, but that one, look what they've done. They've literally filled each section with designer series paper, and doesn't look that nice to me, that one. No, I'm not liking that one. So that one to me looks quite proportional now. It's got its bits in its place. I've still got all those little bits of DSP left over, which is cute. I've got all those bits left, and those are the little bits there. Where's mine? Oh, there it is. For my skizzers. And then we've got these beautiful, look at those, absolutely beautiful. Thank you, happy birthday, I love you. Make a perfect little tag. Best wishes. Then we got these little sweet ones here, just for you. Congratulations. You are wonderful. Love that. Is that all one word? Would that fit across there? A little bit too long. Oh, my back is gone again. What else have we got? There should be 3. There's another one somewhere. Oh, there it is. I've had most of the bits out of that one. But on your special day, with love, and a couple of love hearts so we can finish this pad off. And let's see what that would contrast with. Maybe some of these birds here and butterflies and flowers. Let's punch a few of these out. More of those love hearts there. So we've got on your special day, with love. Let's get a birdie out as well. And we could add some dimensionals here so we can tuck flowers behind. So I'm just going to grab 2 for there. Remove those. It's fun, just have a play. I mean, I don't normally follow the cards in magazines because they tend to all be in centimetres, and I'm never a lover of working in centimetres. Never liked them in school, but I loved inches and feet and stuff like that. But there's that beautiful birdie sitting on the edge of that flower. I can add your special day as well on dimensionals. On your special day. Grab some beautiful love hearts there. And just have them poking out the top there. I think they need to be trimmed up a little bit better. With love then, on the back bit. Beautiful, and it's a gorgeous butterfly. Oh, mind you, look. Oh, that's going to have a bit on the tip there. I'm just going to have this beautiful butterfly just touching, because it won't interfere with that join, look. It's gorgeous. And another little butterfly on this side. And then we might even put one of those beautiful gold elements. Just going to peel that back. Beautiful. Oh, my back. And then, what could we have? What do you reckon? Maybe one of these flowers. It just helps pop off the page with a little bit of, as they said in the magazine, highlight it with some gold accents. So let's put that there. I'm loving these little love hearts. So a couple more down there, and one more just down here. Perfect. So there is my attempt at their shutter card with a slightly different variation in size. So more or less, that one's a little bit wider, that's all. But there's the one with their card papers. Ooh, nasty score lines. I don't do centimetres very well. If they explain them, it was like, just draw lines at 10, 5, 15, 20, and I'm like, what the heck? I haven't got a clue. Because I don't work in them that much. But look, I've got all these beautiful packs left over. But that one's full. I've still got those beautiful ones there. They stand up okay. They're just a little cheerful extra project. I've still got the stamp set. I've still got the die. I've still got a little bit of that paper left, which is, I find, very cute. It's good thick paper, mine. Very thick. I would say that's about 220 GSM. I don't know. But I've still got all that left. That's not bad for a freebie out of a magazine. So I count my blessings. So there we go. My absolute diabolical attempt at their trifold shutter card. I think I prefer mine. It's so cute. So there we have it, darlings. Oh, look at that crappy card. It was breaking and everything. So there we go. Those two beautiful cards. And I hope you give it a go. Or try and find one that you can do better than I can. Because I think, well, the trifold cards I did before, they were centimetres just for the scoring. And I didn't mind following the centimetres for the scoring. It's everything else I just can't do. So, I'm going to love and leave you. Thanks for watching. Till next time. Bye. Don't forget to press subscribe. Bye.